There you go, guys. You heard this nice speaker from this brand. And today, guys, I wanted to film this speaker, and I want to talk about speakers, guys, because there are so many different types of speakers. There are so many expensive speakers, and there are so many inexpensive speakers. Some of the vintage speakers, guys, they do sounds amazing, and some others, I would say it's okay. As a collector, guys, I collect a lot of stereos from the 70s, and I do have good speakers from Sansui's, Marantz, Pioneer, etc. And I noticed that there are so many speakers out there, guys, that it will sounds and it will give you a good quality sounds from speakers, from a good speakers, vintage, modern speakers. Okay, what I noticed, guys, that this speaker right here that I just play, that jazz for you guys to hear, this speakers has a very good sound. Okay, and it really delivers this sounds from the turntable to my Marantz to this beautiful speaker that I'm using right now. This speaker, guys, I noticed, I look at it when it was for sale, and I said, this is a good speaker. I decided to buy it because from that brand, I already know that it's a good brand. Okay, and many years that I've been collecting and I've been listening to different types of speakers and receivers, and this is one of the nicest speakers that I saw that day, and I said, for the price, this is a good speaker. I said, I'm gonna buy this and I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna enjoy the sound of this, because this speakers, guys, it's not just about the looks. Okay, it looks nice, and to be honest with you, when you don't have a test kit, you don't know what's going on. Okay, you don't know the sounds, you don't know what's gonna, you know, um, what's this gonna deliver, what this speaker can, deliver to your ears when you don't have a test kit. But my experience, guys, I can tell that this is a good speakers. I did not bring my test kit, but by just looking at it, and I can tell. Okay, if you guys know already how you can tell, then you already know, so that's a credit for you, that's a plus. But for others that they don't know yet, or they are beginners, I will give you guys a tip. Okay, first things first that you have to look is the brand. Okay, you look at the brand, what kind of brand, and then secondly, you look at the speakers, how it builds. Okay, and the quality, the material that they used for the speaker. Okay, and you can see if it's expensive looking or cheap looking material that they used. Okay, and third, you look at the side of the speaker. Okay, how thick it is. Okay, if it's only up to here, that is 50-50. All right, if it's this thick, that can deliver a good quality sound. Okay, you look at by the thickness, the speakers. Okay, and then the last, there's two more that I will give you guys a tip, or give you tips for stereos, speakers, when you buy or when you see some speakers out there. Okay, so let's turn this around, guys, so you can see how beautiful and thick it is. Okay, this is one of my, looks like one of my Sansui speakers. Yeah, very nice and thick. And here he goes, guys. Okay, so you look at the back. Usually those regular speakers has those red and black push button plastic thing that you push it, and then positive and then negative. Okay, those are not really good. Okay, this one here, guys, I will tell you. Let's stop this turntable because it's playing right now, so let's just stop it for now because we're filming here. All right, let's send him back. Yep. Okay, have a sleep. Okay, let's go back here. So this is the good speakers, guys. Okay, when you see something like this in the back, gold, red and black, you know, it's like knobs. Okay, that is a good speaker, guys. That is a good speakers. Okay, so that's another thing that you have to look if you want the good speakers that, you know, that you can have to take home. And here, guys, when you see this big, you know, I would say, like, the bigger the better. Okay, but once you see like this, guys, that means the speaker is good because there's air that comes out there when you turn the volume up. Okay, when you turn the volume up higher and higher, the more air comes out here. And that, guys, that means that the pressure in this speaker comes out here. Okay, so it breathes out, and then that's how it gives a good sounds, guys. Okay, so like I said, the looks of the speakers, the material that they use, the thickness, you look at the view on the side. Okay, and you look at the front. Okay, how it builds, how the, you know, how the material, how what they use, you can really tell. And there's more speakers, guys, out there that it's way better than this. You know how they build the speakers. Okay, some of those speakers, you can see the coils there, and it's just open, and it's just, you know, it's just amazing speakers. But there's so many speakers out there, guys. I will tell you, and I will show you down here, guys, another vintage speakers that I have here. These are vintage speakers that I bought, and these are Bose. Okay, these are Bose speakers from back then. As you can see, the box, it's a wooden box, and it's vintage, and it's an old speakers a long time ago. So, guys, nowadays the speaker that they use, it's black, and it's contemporary now, and that's how they sell it nowadays, because the generation nowadays, guys, they want everything to be modern. Okay, that is why I like to collect the vintage stereos, and I like to have the vintage stereos because it has that amazing sounds, guys, that other people doesn't know, or they don't have a knowledge about the vintage, because when they see those vintage stereos, guys, the first thing that they would think is like, ooh, that's an old stereos. That's back then. That's it's modern now. And it's kind of like it's an ugly looking piece. But what they doesn't know, guys, the ingredients inside of the stereos, okay? The ingredients, what can deliver, okay? The sound quality, the fantastic sounds, you know. But other people doesn't know that, or maybe they do, but they don't want to have it because the looks, it's an old vintage from the 70s. But guys, I'm a vintage guy, and I like to collect vintage from the 70s stereos because it has an amazing sound. So I still have two speakers right here, vintage Marantz, and I use this from time to time. And guys, if you like to have a modern speakers, you can get one of this brand, and it will deliver a good quality sounds, and you will be happy once you listen to the sound of this brand, the speakers, and you will love the sounds of it. So as a collector, guys, I have experience about speakers, what's good and not, what good brand and what's not, and the way it looks, the front, the back, the side. And I don't even have to bring my test kit, but sometimes it's better because you want to know that when you're buying speakers, you want to know that it's working. Okay, you don't want to buy something that it doesn't work and you take it home and it's too late because it doesn't work. So it's better to have a test kit. You have a small receiver and an MP3 and AUX cable, from MP3 to your receiver, and then audio cord, speaker cord, speaker cable wire to your speaker, so you can test those speakers when it's working. It's the same thing with the amplifier, guys. You have to have a test kit, because when you buy stereos, you go to their place, you meet them in their house, and it's half an hour or 40 minutes away. Then there's no turning back. I mean, if it doesn't work, then you have to hustle. Now you got to call the owner, and then you have to, sometimes you have to have an argument, with the owner, or you have to have a little, discussion about the stereos, and that is not good. So it's better if you have your test kit, because when you go to their house, you can try it. And if they have like turntables in their house or something, or you can test it out, because once you hand your money to them, to the seller, then you don't have the money anymore. So they're holding your money. If there's a problem, then now you have to, argue with the owner. Same thing with the flea market. If you go to the flea market, you have to have a test kit, because when you buy something, some stereos, you have to test it there, because once you take it home, if you don't have a test kit, then you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna have a problem. So that's not good. So if you wants to buy, or you're a collector, then bring a test kit with you anywhere you go, or anywhere you want to go and buy some stereos. But anyways, guys, like I said, speakers, there's so many speakers out there. There are so many models. There are so many good speakers, guys. And it's not sometimes it's not easy to find, because they are vintage, like Marantz. Like this one here, I don't really see this anymore. This one came one day. It just showed up, and I was lucky. I was walking that aisle, and then I saw this Marantz. It's only one Marantz, and I bought it right away because they are expensive in eBay. and you have to pay the shipping and handling. So I decided to buy it right away. I take it home, I gamble, so but it's still mint looking. You can see the wood, it's been taken care of. There's no dents or anything. And this one is better than the other Sansui speakers I have, because the other speakers I have, the Sansui 1500, has dents and a little cracks, and so this one is pretty looking, nice, and still almost mint condition. So as a buyer, guys, as you gamble your money, and that's why you have to make sure about buying vintage stereos, because there's a lot of sellers out there, guys, that they just want money, and they don't care about the buyer. So you have to be really careful when you buy some stereos, guys, especially vintage stereos. Yeah, because I tell you, when it's speaking about money, I tell you, people are greedy, people are hungry, and they would take your money, and they don't even care. So you really have to be careful about your money, how you spend it, and how you throw it, okay? Because once you hand your money to the seller, it's not yours anymore. So you really have to know what you're doing about buying stereos, from turntable to equalizer, okay, to receiver to speakers. So me, guys, I just like to spend low price for my vintage stereos. I don't like to spend a couple hundreds all the time. I don't like to spend almost $1,000. Some people does, some people do, but not me. I would like to have my stereos, but I would like to pay very low price, okay? So I'm frugal. I'm smart with money, and I don't want to spend, because these are hobbies, guys, okay? These are hobbies, and later on in life, you know you might don't want this anymore, and when you're retired, you might, one day you might decide to yourself, you might tell yourself that I don't want this anymore, I want to sell it and everything. So this is only, guys, to be honest, things are just temporary in life, and it comes and goes, okay? They are not really important in life, okay? These are just pleasure. Money is more important than anything else, especially when people retired. They need money. A lot of people are depending money. They depend from the social security money, from the government money. Sometimes, guys, it's not even enough, unless you're making 500,000 a year or 1 million or more. Then you really have good money from the government, because you're making a lot of money. So these are good stuff, guys, but there's more stuff out there that is pretty amazing. I mean, those modern stereos, guys, thousands and thousands of money, they are expensive, very expensive, from turntables to receiver to speakers, equalizer, you name it, guys. They cost a lot of money, and that, my friend, I don't want to spend money, okay? That I don't want to spend that kind of money, so some people, guys, they use their credit cards to buy the stereos, and they got in trouble, and now they're in debts, and they owe money, big money, from the banks. But guys, believe me, as a collector, guys, you can always find good speakers for low cost, for a low price. You just gotta be smart. You just gotta hustle. You gotta look. You gotta take your time. You gotta go to flea market, garage sale, or go to Facebook Market, or go to offer up the apps. Okay, you can find speakers there from other people. They're selling their stuff, and you can buy it for a low price. That's how you get a good deal, and later on in life you don't have regrets, because you did not really spend a lot of money. And sometimes, guys, especially Macintosh. Sometimes, guys, it's hard to sell Macintosh. Why, guys? Because Macintosh, it's very expensive to begin with, and not a lot of people can afford Macintosh. Okay, not a lot of people cannot afford Macintosh. Okay, for for an old or for an people that they've been working for a very long time, from the 60s to 2000s or to the 90s. They probably have saved up money already and they can afford it, or they are, average people or wealthy people, and they can afford it, or maybe they charge it in their credit cards. But Macintosh, guys, very expensive, and it's not easy to sell because not a lot of people can afford it, especially today with inflation. Especially today, the economy is not the same anymore, and a lot of people are not having a lot of money nowadays. So you have to be smart about buying. And I'll show you guys over here in the corner, right here in the back. I have more stereo receivers down there. Still have Marantz, and I have another Marantz to the right there. The Marantz Super Scope. You can't see it, but I have stuff, guys. I have stuff, and I have stereos and collections here. Even vinyl records, guys. I'm not really buying any more vinyl records anymore because I have a lot of records. As you can see behind the speakers, there's more records there, and I can't listen to it. And I don't know how other people can afford, or can I don't know how people can listen to all those records, but I doubt it, guys. They cannot listen to all those records. Believe me, too many records, too many collections. Later on, it's a problem. And I have more records down here. You see, I got more records down there. I got more books, different types of books here that I collect, from different books, from cars, to countries, magazines, vintage magazines. I got stuff, guys. But guys, back to the speakers that we're talking about. This brand, guys, it's a good brand, and it can deliver a good sounds of stereos, receivers. So let's check it out, guys. The sound, guys, the quality of sound is just amazing. Oof, the bass, guys, is just there. This speaker is amazing. Sounds fantastic. The bass is just there, and it's like it's a big, like a container, like a drum or something. Like, it's just crazy sounds, loud, and it's amazing. And the other speaker is right there. Okay. So guys, I got too many cables down there. It's a mess, and I don't. But anyways, this is a good speaker, guys. This brand. Yeah. And I'm really happy about the speakers and my Marantz. And I enjoy listening to the sound, to the music that I want to listen to, my records with my turntable here. And guys, hope you learned something with this video. And, just another day. So that's it, guys. Hit the subscribers and hit all. And I'll thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. And I will see you again next time, guys. Okay, so for now, I'll say bye-bye.